So, good morning. Questions here. Number 1, activity number 2. If you look at it, page 59. Read that, please, Shayma. Lujain, read it.
Discuss in pairs. What are the 3 expressions used in the text to explain connections between living things?
So, what are the
Food
3
chain,
expressions? Yes?
food chain, circle of life, and web of life.
Okay, what's the difference between circle of life, food chain, and web of life? If you need to know the difference, you need to read the paragraphs again. Read the text. Now, if it's a chain, can you tell me what's a chain? What's a chain?
I will tell you the meaning of it.
Yes?
Okay. A series of rings that are linked to each other.
Rings linked to each other. حلقات مرتبطة. Now, circle, what's the difference then? Yes?
A circle that mean a shape of thing.
Okay, a shape that's round. A round shape.
Yes.
A round shape. And web, the meaning from unit number period 1. What's a web?
A living thing.
Interconnected points.
Yes, or
interconnected points. So it's not a chain, it's not a circle, it's a web. Now, if it's a chain, you depend on B, B depends on C, C depends on D, D depends on E. يعني واحد ورا الثاني. Now, if it's a circle, this means that it keeps going like this in a circle. We depend on many things and things depend on each other every time. Now, if it's a web, they depend on each other like this. So what is it here? More complex. See the point? لما تكون شبكة ترابط أقوى أكثر نقاط تشابك. لما تكون سلسلة زي الجنزير حلقة مع حلقة واحد ورا الثاني. لما تكون سيركل إنه كل شيء بيعتمد على الثاني بشكل دائرة one after the other. Now, which one do you think is the best to describe connections in nature nowadays?
The web of life.
How is that? Why? Yes, the web of life. That's right. Yeah, because
is the best because it describes how things are connected in many ways.
Okay, now if you look at it, let's say that these are plants and animals. If it's a web, you can draw many lines and you say they are connected. This one here is connected with this one here, and this one here with this one here, this one with that there, and here and there, and this and that, and these and those and everything. So it's a web. It's a web. شبكة مخربطة قد ما هم معتمدين على بعض الكائنات الحية. We need plants and we need animals. Animals need us and plants need us, and plants need animals and animals need plants, and all need water, and water needs clouds, and the clouds need the sun, and the sun needs the vapor. Everything depends on the other. Insects need animals, and animals need insects, and plants need birds, and birds need plants to make their nests and lay their eggs. So it's not a chain, it's not a circle, it's a web. Is that okay? وضحت الصورة?
Yes.
Okay, next slide now. Just revising. Now, these are vocabulary items. Yaqub, start reading number 1. Find words in the text that mean these. Julia, number 1, and Yaqub, number 2. Go.
A series of rings that are linked to each other. Chain.
Okay, the next one, Yaqub. Thank you, Julia.
No longer alive.
Okay, next one, please. Yes, Shayma. Next, Lujain. Next, Jude. Shayma, free.
What things grow on the surface of the earth, usually brown soil?
Oh, so the brown part of the earth where we grow plants is the soil, التربة. Next one.
Complex. with lots of small parts and details, so difficult to understand.
Okay, complex معقد. It's difficult to understand. له أجزاء كتير متشعب كتير. صعب نفهمه. It's complex. Next one.
Depend on phrasal verb, need someone or something to be able to continue.
Okay, George, next one.
Results of something, often negative, consequences.
Consequences. Now, if there are results which are not negative, if they are negative, انعكاسات يعني عواقب وخيمة اكتب. Consequences. طب إذا كانت نتائج عادية شو بنسميها؟ مش سلبية هيها.
Result.
Result
Result.
or result or outcome. Outcome. لأنه آخر إشي بيصير من come out outcome. Write that. النتيجة الإيجابية اكتبوا تحتها result. هاي النتائج السلبية. Now, these are 6 words. Now, can you think about what's chain? Look at it quickly. Lujan started talking about that. Can you say that, Lujan, without looking in your books?
Yes, rings that link together.
Okay, now dead, what does that mean? Don't read from the book, just review that. What's dead?
Dead, no longer alive.
Thank you, no longer alive, يعني not living, not living. Soil,
Yes.
soil.
That things grow in it. No.
Okay, so it's the earth where we
Yes.
plant. We could say where we plant. George, complex.
Something connected to each other.
So it's not easy.
complicated.
So
It's
difficult.
true.
It's not easy. That's it, ya Azizi. It's not easy. Complex. Say it again. What's complex?
Not easy.
Okay,
Difficult.
depend on. Yes, thank you. Depend on شيماء. يعطيني معنى إلها بسرعة هيك. هي أول كلمة.
Rely.
Rely بس أو need. Yes, that's nice, شيماء. The last one, consequences.
Result,
Negative results. Negative results, yes. So say it again, please.
negative result.
Thank you very much. Now, احفظوا هذول الكلمات. On the next slide, we are going to use them in sentences. George 1, Tamir 2, number 3, Julia, number 4, Dareen, number 5, Raneen, and number 6, سمعان.
ستي أنا
يا زلمة الصفحة اللي بعد نتساعد بلا شيء يلا. Come on, number 1.
The rule of this game are complex, so not many people can play it.
Okay, thank you. Number 2. Tamer, can you? So Yazan, do that. هذيك المرة حليتها نفس
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I am afraid the old tree is died needs to be cut down.
Okay, dead and needs to be cut down. Next.
The prisoners were kept in chains.
Okay, next one.
The river dried up as a إيش هالكلمة أستاذ؟
As a what?
إيش
Uh,
سابع
well,
consequence
consequence.
إيش
قطعيها consequence. Yes. Okay.
consequence of everyone taking so much water.
Thank you. The next one. Raneen.
She pulled the old tomato plant out of the soil
Soil.
and then planted a new one.
Thank you. Next one.
Children depend on their parents for help and support.
Thank you. You depend on your parents. Everybody depends on their parents. Now, their parents give them help and support. Food, clothing, medicine, and support if they need anything from or in life. Now, these are the words. We are going to start the new period number 3. Look at the instructions, please, on the next slide. Period 3, unit 4. Read and answer. The first sentence of a paragraph often gives the main information or topic of the paragraph. We call it the topic sentence. So what's the first sentence in each paragraph?
Topic
The
sentence.
The
topic,
topic sentence. And what does it give?
the main information.
It gives the main information or the topic. Yani, it tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. So if I am in a hurry and I am reading the newspaper or a book, I don't have time to read everything. I read the first sentence in each paragraph and I will know what's going to be there. لما بقرأ أول جملة من كل فقرة بعرف المواضيع شو هي لتحت عن شو بيحكي.
Right.
Now, the result of the paragraph often gives supporting information. So if we talk about paragraphs, what's the first sentence?
The topic sentence
Topic sentence. And the other sentences?
are supporting.
Supporting
yes.
sentences. اكتبوا زي ما عملت أنا عندكم على الكتاب TS الجملة الأولى اللي أخذتوها مع مس عطاف الجملة المفتاحية. The topic sentence. Now, in the topic sentence, what do we have? The main idea.
The main information.
The main information and the main idea. اكتبوا التوبيك sentence the main idea. اكتب جنبها sentence number 1. The first sentence. Now, what are the other sentences then?
Supporting information.
Supporting information or supporting sentences. What's included in this? لما بنشرح الموضوع شو بيكونوا supporting sentences؟ اكتب جنبها examples or explanation. Examples and explanations. So how would you divide a paragraph according to the ideas here? Yes, Lujain?
First thing, we read the topic that include the main information. Then the other paragraph that means supporting information or
supporting information.
Sentence.
Okay, now I would like to add something for the future, not for today. اكتبوا تحت CS concluding sentence. Concluding sentence اللي هي الجملة الخاتمة. So a paragraph splits into 1, 2, 3. الفقرة تقسم إلى 3 أجزاء. The first one, topic sentence, main idea. Supporting sentences هون الشرح. شرح الموضوع اللي أخذتوه العرض أنتم بالعربي. And the last one is the conclusion. So when it's the conclusion, it's the
خاتمة.
خاتمة الفقرة. So a paragraph is divided into 3 parts, TSSSCS. Remember this and say it, TSSSCS. Topic sentence, supporting sentences, concluding sentence. Write this in your books, please. And we are going to restart again from the beginning for this activity. Yes, George, start, please.
The green books.
The green books and number 1, look at the 4.
The first sentence of a paragraph often gives the main information of topic or the paragraph. We call it the topic sentence. The rest of the paragraph often gives supporting information.
Okay, so topic sentence, supporting information. Now, activity 1, yes.
Which 2 paragraphs start with a topic sentence and then give examples to support the topic sentence? Look for the example.
Yes, look for
the word example to help you.
Okay, now, so in period 4, which 2 paragraphs start with a topic sentence? Look and find out, George, which ones?
I think the first 2 paragraphs.
First 2 paragraphs. Can you see? It's not the first 2. Look at paragraph number 1 and paragraph number 4. George, read the first sentence in paragraph number 1, please, for them.
The species of the living thing, living world are connected, which means
Paragraph number 4, read the first sentence.
when the web is broken by humans, it has consequences that nobody can predict.
That's it. So which ones have examples? Look at paragraph number 1, everyone please. طلع على الفقرة الأولى وعلى الرابعة. قلت لكم فيها كلمة for example ولا لا؟ Example. Check, find. You have a minute. See your books.
Yes.
Yes, we can. So who can give me an example from paragraph number 1?
Can I give you?
Yes, please do.
For example, if there are many plants in an area, there will be plenty for insects to eat.
Thank you. And paragraph number 4, who can give me an example? Just look for example.
Cane toads.
Yeah, cane toads. Read the example from the book, please.
The cane toads of Australia are a good example.
Thank you. So when we want to see examples, we need to find the word example. One way of explaining ideas or topic sentences is by giving examples. لما بكتب التوبيك سنتنس بشرحها من خلال أمثلة أو من خلال مقارنة أو من خلال إعطاء الأسباب. عدة طرق. Now, number 2, read that please, Carol.
Which paragraph starts with a topic sentence, but then gives more and different information to develop an idea in the topic sentence. The word, however, shows you that some different information is going to be added. Paragraph 2.
So, what's however? What's however? مقارنة. تناقض. So here, which paragraph starts with a topic sentence and then gives different information? If the information is different, then it is comparison. We use however. Now, which paragraph according to Carol?
Paragraph 2.
Thank you. Can you give me the example with however? Read it. ارجعي على الفقرة. Who can help?
I can help.
Okay, do that, please.
However, it is more than a chain because even the largest animal will die at some time.
Thank you. That's great. However, it's not more than a chain because even the largest animal will die. وبشرح لي شو بصير له لما بيموت. Now, the last one, number 3. Read that, please, Raneen.
Which paragraph starts with a topic sentence and then explains in more detail what is the means. Paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3. Now, what's the difference then between the first, second, and third one? Yes, it's paragraph 3. Paragraph 3, explanation. So, how is it expanded? كيف مشروح الجملة؟ كيف موضح الموضوع؟ Look at it. Explain. شو يعني explain?
Demonstrate.
Demonstrate. شرح بالعربي حتى. بشرح شرح. باللي قبلها شو كانت الطريقة للشرح؟ مقارنة. وبالطريقة الأولى أمثلة. So 3 different ways to expand your idea. You can give examples, you can compare, or you can explain. طب إحنا لما بنكتب ليش بنكتب أي شيء بالمناسبة؟ Why do we write? Yeah. Why do we usually write? لما الإنسان بيكتب كتاب أو المؤلف ليش بيكتب فيزياء وكيمياء وعربي وأدب وقصة؟ إما بدي أعلمنا شيء. English. To teach us, to entertain us, to shock us, to introduce something new, to tell us about themselves, to write his story, his life. عدة أسباب. So we need to be thinking about the first sentence is the topic sentence. You can explain it giving examples, explanations, or comparisons. Now look at the next slide here. What's required? Match the topic sentences with the rest of the paragraph. على الشمال عندنا الجملة الأولى، على اليمين عندنا الفقرة التكملة. Now look at them. Number 1, the topic sentence. Biodiversity refers to the variety of species of plants and animals on the earth. Now, where does it go? A, B, C. Where is the rest of the paragraph?
C.
C.
Okay, C. So read that, please, Julia.
It is thought that there may be as many as 13 million of these different species. However, at the moment, scientists have only
identified حدد
and fewer than 2 million.
Fewer than 2 million. Now اكتبوا على identified حدد. How did you know that this goes with this 1 and C? Now look at it, species and species here, or species and species. بيحكي عن أجناس الحيوانات والنباتات. Now the next one, where does it go? شيماء.
The word biodiversity is made up of a prefix and main word. The prefix bio relates to the study of life. Diversity means many and different, so biodiversity is the study of the variety of life.
Okay, now here prefix and here prefix bio. So these match. هذول بتوصلوا مع بعض. They talk about the same thing. Now, if you look at it, now the word biodiversity التنوع الحيوي is made up of a prefix المقطع الأول bio and a main word اللي هي diversity. The prefix bio refers to the study of life. إذا bio معناها الأحياء اكتبوا عليها. مثل مس باسمة مش معلمة أحياء biology we say. Relates to the study of life bio. This diversity means many and different التنوع. So biodiversity is the study of the variety of life, the many things living. Now the last one, do that please. Sam'an, can you? Yes. If it's not Sam'an, let Jude do that. Raising hand. Yes, Jude, read 3.
There are a huge number of bird species in Palestine.
Yes.
For example, 44 different pairs of prey birds that kill to eat have been seen. The largest group of species are the songbirds, of which 142 have been cited.
Yes, in total.
In total, 470 species are known to live in or pass through Palestine.
Okay, thank you. Now, if you look at this text here, it talks about birds. So here birds and here birds. So A is for number 3. هاي أول ما بنحدد. Now, there are a large number of bird species. في أجناس الطيور كتير أعدادها في فلسطين. For example, 44 different birds of prey. طيور المفترسة زي النسر والصقر. في عندنا 44 نوع طيور مفترسة بتاكل لحم. Birds that kill to eat have been seen. The largest group of species are the songbird. شو يعني songbird؟
العصافير
اللي بتغني
المزقزقة اللي بتغني زي البلبل. في عندنا من هاي 192 نوع في فلسطين. 192 نوع من العصافير المغنية singing birds. In total 470 species are known to live in or pass through Palestine. 470 نوع اللي بتعيش من الطيور في فلسطين أو الطيور المهاجرة اللي بتمر من بلادنا. Now look at the examples here again according to the previous activity. Which one gives examples? The ones on the right.
A.
Examples.
Yes.
A. Now, what about this? No. The first one, example. The second one, explaining. بيشرح لي شو معنى بايو، شو معنى diversity. طب الثالث.
The difference between the.
Yes. So what is it?
However,
مقارنة الأولى لا أمثلة example والثانية
explanation
صرت أعلمكم عربي اليوم بدل إنجليزي. الأولى أمثلة من for example مشان الكل يوصل الفكرة. الثاني explanation شرح شو معنى biodiversity and the last one comparison. However, good the point. Good it.
Yes, got it.
Yes, good it.
That's nice. Is it okay?
Yes.
كل المطلوب مني أنا أعرف إنه هاي C هاي B هاي A. Now, in order to distinguish between them as A, B, C, you can just look at this. Just one word. Here, birds and birds. Here you have bio prefix and here prefix. والأخيرة بتضل اللي ما لهاش بتيجي هاي. Easy peasy. لا much. Not difficult. Is it hard? Is it difficult for you?
No.
No. So let's move again. You are going to write examples of paragraphs in the 3 different ways. So let's see the next slide. Here. Read the second part of the text in period 4 again. You know what we had about kentots. Yes? الضفدع اللي بوكل القصب. Match these words with their meanings. What's case study? Yes, Julia.
D. A piece of research that looks at how a situation develops over time.
Okay, that's nice. Now, يعني حالة تستحق الدراسة. حالة ملفتة للنظر تستحق الدراسة. Now, a case study in Palestine, for example, the girls are doing better in the توجيهي than the boys. في حالة تستحق الدراسة في فلسطين تحصيل البنات بالثانوية العامة أفضل من الأولاد. Now, we need to study this. Why? So it's a piece of research that looks at how situation develops over time. But background, Julia, you did that. Lujay number 2. Shima number 3.
Background, information and details that let you understand the situation.
اللي هي خلفية عن الموضوع، معلومات مسبقة. يعني لازم نكون نعرف عنه إشي. أو الأستاذ بيعطينا next something. Now, do Shima 3 and 4, Carol, please. Release.
Release, to let something go from where it was held before.
Okay, يطلق سراح يعني مثل السجين من السجن، العصفور من القفص. Release, يفلته يتركه، يطلق سراحه. The last one, Carol.
Outcome, be result of something formal.
اكتبوها المحصلة أو النتيجة أو اللي هي result أو consequence إذا كان سلبي. Now, working pairs, read and answer. The word consequence and outcome have a similar meaning to result. إذن في عندنا 3 كلمات معناها نتيجة. Consequence نتيجة, outcome نتيجة, and result نتيجة. They are both used in the text in period 4. Which one suggests negative meaning?
Consequence.
إذن اكتب عليها نتيجة سلبية. منحبهاش تبقى. Which one is often used in a formal way? Outcome. Okay, which one is best used in these sentences? George, number 1. Yes. Which one? One of the
consequences.
Yes.
Of the overuse of the land is that the soil become exhausted.
Okay, thank you. Munir. Yes. Yaqub. Munir, can you?
Yes. محدود.
منير تفضل.
Scientific study has shown.
Yes.
Yes, بس study has shown that protection and animal
species in the area
in an area has a positive outcome. It food production.
Thank you very much. Yaqub, repeat that please, because we missed the sound, his voice, because of the internet problem.
Scientific study has shown that the production of plant and animal species is in area has a positive outcome. It improves food production.
Thank you. اطلعوا لي على الكلمة exhausted هون، متعب. متعب إذا سلبي، consequence بنختار الكلمة السلبية اللي هي consequence. بينما الكلمة الثانية positive إيجابي outcome. إذا بدنا نحفظ إنه كلهم معناها النتيجة. outcome للنتيجة الإيجابية اكتبوا عليها فوق. outcome نتيجة إيجابية وconsequence نتيجة سلبية. الآن الفورمال أكثر اللي هي outcome. Thank you very much for now. نعم.
أستاذ يمس بالدوام.
نعم.
يمس بالدوام.
أعتقد إنه الأسبوع الجاي راح يداوموا. أعلنوا إشي اليوم؟
لا.
راح يعلنوا إشي باليومين هدول.